it's hard for me to understand this because I just can't imagine telling you that you couldn't be a dancer. Do you know what I mean?
I want to dance. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Embryash.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Mitch.
And we're watching Love is Blind, Habibi, episode 5.
Yeah, the aftermath. I think we just stopped at a big fight between specifically Shafiq and Simo.
Something. I love both of them screaming from across the room that each other is childish. While they're
doing
trying
the same behavior.
Yeah, and while they're each trying to break away from like the people that are trying to hold them back so that they can like fight, I guess. Yeah. What do men do when they get riled up like that? Do they fight?
I mean, at that point, they're probably, if I could read the two of them, they're going to get in each other's faces and nobody's going to actually throw a blow.
Yeah, okay.
Neither of them actually feel like
maybe
juice heads,
like
they're going to throw a punch.
You know?
Or they'll do the thing where they start punching each other, like they get all wrapped up here, and they're like, oh, you know what I mean? They're like punching the sides, but they're not actually getting any good connects, you know? Like, it doesn't feel like they would actually like do, maybe one person get a bloody nose at worst.
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't look like anybody was actually going to punch anybody. To me.
I'm still kind of confused about what they're fighting about because I'm pretty sure Shafiq had already told Dunya what Simo told Dunya.
I think what it sounds like to me is that Simo revealed that Shafiq was very aware of who Nour is and was talking to all the guys about it.
Oh,
and there's like a context where he's almost like, yo, watch your back with Shafiq because he knows this lady and he's a dog. I think that's basically what Simo is implying.
Okay. And then it doesn't help that Dunya's already worried about Nour.
Yep. And then Shafiq's like, what the f*** are you doing? You're like blowing up my spot. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I did see it wasn't like wasn't a spoiler at all, and I have no idea if this is like the common opinion or not because I don't think we're far enough in the show, but someone said that Mito had a Napoleon complex.
Oh yeah. And also someone else said that they really did feel like Nour isn't interested in Mito. I was actually think multiple things are true, and I think this person, they're actually one of our members, they said that, and I think I do think that Nour isn't super into Mito, but I do think that Nour is showing up the same with Mito in the pods versus outside. So when we're like she's acting the same, I agree with that. But we were asked when they were leaving for the pods, I think that we were like, they don't seem like they have any connection. It doesn't feel super real. They get out of the pods, it's pretty much the same. And then she starts flirting and smiling with Shafiq. I think all that happened. I can totally
see that. Yeah. And she was only kind of like flirting with Shafiq at the end of the last episode. But yeah, then it became more apparent because she's not, she's not laughing with Mito like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, he's clearly pretty jealous about it. But you know the annoying thing too is that she keeps affirming him and telling him nothing's wrong, but he can feel that something's wrong.
So then there's the bullshit.
Yeah, that's really tough. I don't know. The whole situation is a little bit rough, and I'm not sure what to make of it. And I do have trouble reading her, but I wonder if that's because she's purposefully being deceptive.
Yeah, that could be.
I don't know.
And then they're just like, in that type of person already, regardless of culture, I think I'd struggle to read. But then you have the
100%.
multicultural element to it as well, which is just like.
I just don't really get the, like, someone does her hair almost every day. What?
That's what she said. I mean, it looks like fancy hair. I mean, it's a lot of it too. But people take care of their hair all the time. I don't know, whatever.
I just don't get it because a couple of days ago I left my hair in a bun for like 2 days, and then when I took it out, it just stayed in the same position it was in. So that's the level of like
hair care. Right? Some days it's good. Sometimes people actually complimenting you on your hair last time, but other days it's a frizzy mess, and who knows?
Yeah,
you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, you really don't.
I always think you look great, so I can't really judge. We're gonna hop right in, right?
Yes, let's do it. What?
People have been doing a great job of not spoiling, and thank you very much for not doing that. If you do want to talk in vagaries, if you want to chat down below, or just make sure to put down the spoiler heading at the top, and then enter a few times in order to hide your spoiler. But we're getting close. We're getting halfway through, so not going to matter as much super soon. Thank you all for being super respectful with that. Hit the like button and subscribe, and then we're going to hop into the video.
On my mother's life, I will beat you to a pulp.
Okay. Hopping back into this, and especially it's early morning for us, is just like,
I will crush you.
Okay, Simo.
My mother and father taught me to be respectful.
Oh, I love I respect everybody, but I will kick your ass.
I know.
Simo has anger issues. He gets in the heat of the moment.
He does have anger issues. Oh, because just even seeing somebody like pop off like that, I think that for both of them, like they were both popping off super hard.
I've never seen Shafiq in a situation like this. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, both the women are like, this is embarrassing. Don't do this.
Both the women are like, what the f*** is wrong with these guys? Yep, absolutely.
I knew something was going to happen when Nour walked in. I didn't know it was going to be literally the men trying to fist fight each other.
Oh, I know.
Like,
Simo has a lot of issues.
I love Hajar's dress. Oh my gosh, she looks so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Ooh, it's
Like
kind
this
of
little pop of color in there.
Do you know what's annoying to me about it is that look at all of these women.
know.
They are all so flippin' drop dead gorgeous. And then for them to be obsessed with Nour, why? Hajar is just as beautiful as Nour.
And she's Moroccan.
Hajar, I got a call telling me that Simo has left.
Right.
Wait,
Simo
what?
left?
Simo left?
What? No, he did not just leave.
Oh my
He
God.
left?
He just bounced?
Whoa, no. Really? Simo?
It is. He's off the show now.
Well, it's his loss. The problem was between two guys. It's not my business.
Wait, so he fought, is it because she didn't like come and stand by him while he was fighting with Shafiq?
She's like, if someone leaves me for no reason, that's what would
I
really
know.
get me. And
I
he
know.
did it. And at the time, I
He
was
does
like,
the
why do
literal
I
thing.
feel like Simo
Yeah.
would do that? And then he did.
Somebody responded to your comment, and I had the feeling Simo would do it. I didn't think it was going to be this episode.
Simo. Yeah, Hajar,
Wow.
you're fine.
Yeah, she's
You're
gonna
gonna
do
be
fine.
okay.
I honestly just feel like she's just kind of having fun there. I don't think she was ever going to marry him at this point.
I don't think so
Already on
either.
the show.
I think she was partially just messing with it.
I think she was vaguely entertained. She
Yeah.
doesn't seem affected at all. She would be upset if she actually liked him.
She barely knows him too,
Yeah.
and I know some people like form really deep connections in the pods, but I think more it's like
Yeah.
someone you just met,
Yeah.
and
that's
they
what that
already
looked
had
like.
so many problems.
That was that's ridiculous. Simo's just gone. Shout out
Okay.
Simo. Oh,
Whoa! What?
it's Kataban. Maybe they didn't bring them to the island, but they brought them back because
Simo left.
bounced.
So then Simo, there's an open room.
So Katab and Ozma got the
are they
extra.
in Simo and Hajar's room now?
Well, they got separate rooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try to work things out with him because he's a great guy.
We
is
thought
a
that
great
they
guy.
just left. We talked about it off screen. We forgot they existed for a minute, but we thought they
did.
just like got cold feet. But here they are.
This is interesting.
You always got to have somebody on deck.
I did not expect to see them back.
I love a man who takes good care of himself. He should do activities and he should be athletic.
You were saying about this one, like, just because he's not super fit right now, but he wants that lifestyle. If he's actually wants to work for it, he would get fit he'd get in shape really quick, and then if you have everything you want. If she wants a fit, more active partner, they can motivate each other to get there, and I think that could actually be a good thing. That's what you said anyway, right?
I mean, I
Paraphrasing.
agree with that.
Yeah.
And I also think, like, you know, I follow quite a few people that are overweight on Instagram and do a lot of physical activity. I don't think they're like a one-to-one correlation.
She said, I don't really care.
And I know we had a connection.
So, the reveal was only a misunderstanding.
I told you before.
I think she
Okay.
was
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
like caught off guard by the
Yeah,
reveal.
yeah.
But this is what I was hoping would happen. I was hoping that she would give him a chance and
Yeah.
like realize that she was just expecting something
Yeah,
different.
like I laid 180 for 30 years. Well, not 30 years, so until I was about 30.
Yeah.
A little bit more even. And
Right.
yeah, like, and now I'm like 30 pounds more than that. At least I'm like 30 pounds more than I used to weigh.
Yeah.
And I'm static here, but that's a perfect example of like things can change dramatically for like life circumstances.
Well, it's the same way my weight fluctuates wildly because of like medications that I'm on for
Activity
my
level.
autoimmune disease, activity level.
Around the disability
if
stuff,
I'm
like,
sick,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
you know, all of that stuff
Yeah.
can shift it pretty wildly.
Hello. Yesterday there was tension between me and Dunya, so today
Shafiq just seems like I don't know, dude. I liked him in the pods. I didn't like him at first because I was
Yeah.
upset with how much of a playboy he was. Then I liked him in the pods.
And now I'm starting
and
to
now
have
I'm
tons of
starting to
reservations.
like, yeah,
That's
exactly.
what, like you see like these other guys just kind of showing up like normal, and then he rips his blanket off shirtless. You know what I mean? Like there's a vibe here where he feels like he's like trying to go for the effortless hot online guy or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come on.
Alright,
Come
Amour.
on, Amour.
What the is this?
He looks
well, they're
great,
doing a
though.
sexy shot. He's probably like the fittest guy there.
Probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have expected that, actually.
Nour and I were not a match. She's very cold emotionally.
Whoa, are they already broken up? Okay, who all is broken up already?
Wait, did he and Nour?
Yeah, he
over
and
that
Nour are
date?
already broken up.
Now I'm waiting for Nour to come to set things straight once and for all.
There's just the confusion and tension because of the Shafiq shit.
He just said, though, that he thinks that they're not a match. He's like, I could tell that we're not a match. So is he breaking up with her right now?
Right.
Very nice.
And of course she's in one of her like classic dresses, you know?
You said, I cut this from last time, but you said she looks like a Disney princess.
Yeah.
And she does. She looks like a Disney princess.
Every freaking time.
Yeah.
You don't want us to eat together? I thought we should eat together.
No, I ate. I had bread.
So does she just play daft all the time? Is that kind of her vibe?
If I had to guess based on what we've seen and what other people have said, I think she's just there to look pretty and like have her experience on the show.
Yeah, I hear that.
And so you were healing each other's wounds?
I feel like you're mocking me.
No, I'm just asking.
He is being a bit rude.
She's right. I mean, they're both. So here's the thing, though. Can I be mad at him if he's like, no, I'm just asking when she's kind of running him around at the same time? Like these two suck together.
They're both bullshitting each other. I don't like what he's doing though, because like he's dismissive of her and she has no idea. Like if he's about to break up with her, she doesn't know.
Shafiq was the first one who had a gift from Nour. When she met me, she didn't get me anything.
Oh.
That book. Totally different character. Yeah, I mean...
She was talking to him, she was a totally different character. When she comes to me, she's very quiet and silent.
I agree. But he's saying the same thing we did. Even in the pods, she didn't have anything special for him. She's not showing up the same. Some people, I think, are insinuating that she just got with him in order to get to the next stage of the show so that she could fuck with Shafiq. I'm not saying that's what happened.
That sucks for Mito and Dunya if that's what happened.
We're very different. Better to go different ways than disrespecting each other.
That's fair.
Yeah. I agree with him. Well, that's what we...
Well, she agrees.
I think she's, in that vein, then, would she not be, like, worried then that she's not going to be invited to, like, the cast stuff or she's not going to be, like, around them as much?
No, I listened to you. You have to listen to me.
I already did yesterday.
It's hard because if...
Now he's pulling a Simo.
I know, but if what he is feeling is true,
then,
which it may be...
Then he doesn't owe her any respect,
I don't want to hear
honestly.
your bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Because you're here for Shafiq and not for me, and like...
On the negative things, I'd be pouting for the rest of my life, like others.
Okay, she had no interest in him.
Nah.
Because she's like, I'm not about this. And then she walked away and went to the beach. Honestly, she's on vacation. Enjoy yourself.
That's the book. That's the book, the Shafiq book. Proust.
It must be French, huh? Proust.
But I still want to know more about it. I think it's my right to understand.
I feel so bad for Dunya.
I know. This is her first, like, real boyfriend.
This sucks.
That sucks. She should not get married to him. Even if it got better from here out, I would be worried for her to be married to him as a first boyfriend.
I don't know. I want to see how he shows up, but I already know that people are mad about how he shows up, so...
I even don't remember. I even don't know the voice of this girl. I swear, I even didn't know that...
That does make sense because he didn't seem to recognize her in the pods. But did she recognize him in the pods? I don't know.
I don't know, too, if her name is more or less common than
so
his.
It's like one of the...
Because I actually knew someone who's Palestinian, and he named his daughter Nour.
Okay,
so
that's cute.
For me, I'm like... I don't know if that means that name is pretty common, and maybe Shafiq is not.
Yeah, maybe.
So, do you know what I'm saying? Maybe
I
she
hear that.
did notice him then.
Maybe.
Or
she's
if
like, Shafiq.
Posts more reels, and she noticed his voice.
He said it may have been replying to a story or something.
We've been talking about the same subject since yesterday.
Well, 'cause she has questions around it, Shafiq. But
he is then making her feel like she shouldn't be stressed out about it.
You gotta allow your partner processing time if they're like having difficulty around something like that. I think we're gonna take a break and play some ads. That's what we're doing.
My foot! My foot! My foot! My foot! My foot!
Mon pied!
Oh, mon pied!
Mon pied!
Everything he's shown until now is really perfect. So, of course, I'm scared of his other side that I haven't seen.
They do have a good connection, which is the annoying part about him getting all up in arms about all the Nour stuff.
Yeah, and then being like jealous about her talking to anybody while he's being
Yeah, it's a double standard, and it's weird. It's almost like he knows he's gonna do it wrong, so he projects it onto her. Like she's gonna do it wrong.
That's literally a classic thing, though. Tons of people do that.
So frustrating.
Like straight projection.
Are you ready for the surprise?
Of course. Yay.
Oh, Karma's hair looks so pretty.
Yeah, look at that.
Beautiful curls. So far, Amour is not being a jerk at all, which is bizarre because I really thought he was going to be the most problematic one, and instead Simo just leaves the island. Mito is like rude to Nour. Even I don't know. That one's complicated, but and Amour is being fine.
Sometimes one look is better than any words.
Do you know how much I love you?
Of course.
And he's being very sweet to her.
Yeah,
he's giving her all kinds of words of affirmation.
They just seem very at peace right now.
The sea is like you.
How is the sea like me?
It's calm, like you.
Oh, there is a very calm energy here.
Also, the two of them stayed out of all the weirdness, and Amour tried to stop. Like, if anything, he was just like, don't be weird.
He just said the sweetest thing.
What did he say?
Some people go to the sea when they want calmness. I go to you.
Maybe things will become clearer over the coming days, before this experience ends.
Well, they still need to have their families meet and all that shit, so...
And if we still haven't decided, no biggie.
Oh, he's not gonna like that. She's basically like, if we wanted to keep dating, fine. And he's like, absolutely not. I'm here to find a wife. We're getting married.
the sound effect edits on that one. But that could be the vibe that we're,
It is weird that they didn't show his response to her
maybe
at
he didn't
all.
have a
Because maybe
response.
he was just like, okay,
yeah. Anytime it's not
cool.
clear from their mouths and it's all editing, I'm suspect, frankly.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe he was like, yeah, I agree. He could have literally agreed with her, but, like,
but
instead
they
had
that noise.
the door opening noise and then show his face. I don't know.
And he could have been making a face about anything else.
Yeah,
he took a bite of something he didn't like or something. So he made like kind of an upset face. And they use it for that.
Yeah.
What do you think they'll say when they see me?
I think they really love you. They like you a lot.
What makes you think they like me?
And they're just talking about regular family union shit. They're 100% getting married. It's not even...
It's weird because it feels like there's two separate shows
happening.
Yeah,
right?
Like Amour and Karma and Mohammed and Safa, who are both just like separate from the drama so far, like not really trying to do anything except get to know each other and like, taking it seriously. And then everyone else that is just like...
They're having amazing dates and like hanging out on the beach and getting to know each other.
While
laughing.
the other people are trying to fist fight.
I know.
It's very funny.
Is this just going to be these two couples the rest of the show? Oh, it's Shafiq and Dunya, who I just feel like is going to implode.
Well, and then they brought back Asma and Kitab.
Yeah.
Is that truly the last time we saw Simo? Because if so, I'm a little disappointed because he was my comedic relief.
Entertainment gold.
He was entertainment gold. He was so funny.
Yeah.
I don't even think he necessarily meant to be.
He did not.
But like, he was such a funny person. I don't know if I could take him seriously, honestly, which is kind of how Hajar was. Like, she was constantly laughing at him because he would say the craziest things.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they seem fine. So the editing made it seem like he was upset, but realistically, he probably was
hugs
like,
and kisses.
It's okay. Like, we've only known each other for 2 days. Like, it's understandable. You're still a little uncertain.
I'm a very traditional man.
Traditional relationships are good, and it's good to have a modern touch.
I like not to control you, but there are specific things that I want.
I couldn't be in a relationship with someone like Amour, but I know there are people that do want that kind of relationship.
Yeah. He said he wants her to have freedom, but he does have certain expectations. I mean, that does come down to like a relationship that you enter into. If people are upfront about like boundaries in a relationship, that's actually, I think, a good thing to talk about, because then you know what you're getting into rather than hopping in and then suddenly all these boundaries are going up. He's like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do this. But there's that dancing thing that...
For example, you said that you like to dance.
Yep.
Only in front of the mirror.
Sure.
He's uncomfortable about it, for sure.
Not in front of people.
Not belly dancing. I haven't performed that before.
Not belly dancing. She hasn't performed that. That's back to the belly dancing question.
I don't accept that you'd be a dancer. I would never accept such a thing.
Okay, and that's a big part of what she loves.
It's hard for me to understand this because I just can't imagine telling you that you couldn't be a dancer. Do you know what I mean?
I want to dance. Don't hold me back.
I don't accept it in any shape or form. Not any type of dancing.
No type of dancing. So it is a footloose situation.
This is a footlooser, which was Kevin Bacon, not Patrick Swayze.
Yes.
I said Swayze one time.
Oh, yeah,
I made a
Kevin
joke,
Bacon.
yeah.
Performance, in general, is life. It's something that makes me feel alive and happy.
It's important then for her. Oh, this is tough.
We could come to an understanding.
Yeah, they both need to compromise if they're gonna get there, is probably what it is.
I get angry when someone argues with me like this.
I get angry when someone argues with me.
Oh, Amour,
Jesus,
I was just saying good things about you, Amour.
When I tell you that I don't like something, you're supposed to say, okay, I'm the head of our future family.
What?
So
Why
he's
is
like,
it
I tell
your
you what to do.
decision?
That's bullshit.
That
man.
is, he literally just said he wasn't trying to control her, and then here he is trying to control her.
Yeah. It's that classic, I'm not trying to do the thing I'm currently trying to do right now.
Yeah.
I like the way she approached it. She's like, you didn't hear my side. And she was not confrontational, and she wasn't even arguing. If you consider that an argument, holy shit.
I know, dude.
He'd have a problem with us.
Whoa. Couldn't handle this.
Couldn't handle this.
I don't have the patience she has.
Yeah.
But I like watching how calmly she reacts to some of his, like, in my opinion, bullshit.
Popping off, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like she actually may be able to make headway with him in that way. Because she's not meeting him with, like, the level of intensity that he's bringing at all. Even though it's big stuff for her.
Yeah.
You know? And I get the opinion she, like, knows that she's like, well, I could just walk away from this if it doesn't work for me.
I don't feel like she's, like, desperately holding on here trying to keep him. She's like, well, this is life for me.
Even Hajar, I mean, we loved her spontaneity so much.
Yeah,
we found it endearing. It was not rude or obnoxious at all.
How come Nour is still here? She's not in a relationship anymore. So, like,
She
why
just
is she still on vacation? I'm confused, dude.
To talk to Shafiq, I don't know. Why is she still here? For the drama, man.
I've recently started to feel that he really needs a babysitter after seeing how immature he is.
Nour.
She's not wrong.
He needs a babysitter.
All day long, she's staying in her room doing her makeup and her hair. At night, she says, no, I can't go out. I feel hot. Oh, my hair and whatnot.
That does sound. She doesn't want to spend time with him. At the end of the day, if she wanted to, she'd be making time.
And he doesn't like how high maintenance she is.
Yes.
Like, the two of those things.
It's such a bad fit.
It's a terrible fit.
Too much to handle. Too much. I can't.
I like that he's saying too much to handle as he's fanning himself. Like, because that for us is like such a high maintenance type thing, like a bougie thing. Yeah. I get there in a hot climate and stuff, but like he's like, she's too much. She's high maintenance.
I do think I can see his perspective, and I think it was just a bad match.
Yeah, I hear that.
I don't think either of them showed up well because of how bad the match was. I wish I could have seen Mito with someone he matched with better.
I think he could have showed up better. Yeah.
I think so, too.
I think she could have, too. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. She's hard for me because the high maintenance piece is rough.
Yeah.
When you look in the mirror, the first thing you have to say is, how beautiful.
I'm the most beautiful woman.
For me and only me, the sun shines.
Again, though, Mito has left and Nour's just hanging out with everybody.
Why is she allowed to be there? Is she just refusing to leave?
Is that what it is? What's going on with Nour?
Are you kidding? Oh my god, how dramatic.
I'm asking the question and I know the answer already. But it's just to tickle a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dunya.
Well, because, I don't know. The Nour thing is weird. I don't really get it.
The Nour thing is weird. But at this point, it's up to Shafiq to just show up.
Why is she still here, dude?
Why is Nour still there?
Your man isn't here anymore. Go home. Girl, go home. Oh, she doesn't know he left.
Oh, because he bailed.
I understand his point of view. The guy just took off. I wanted to see the reaction of Nour.
Yeah, she doesn't care that Mito...
She's laughing. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him today since the morning.
Yeah, but he told you in the morning you guys were breaking up. I'm just confused. She's very evasive with her responses, and it's frustrating because I like transparency. I'm not good at reading between the lines.
I think at first we were like, I can't read her. Now I'm seeing her constantly deflecting. And she's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? She's doing this, like, bit.
It's like these, I don't want to call it, like, full-scale lies, but, like, white lies, too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, the idea that she didn't realize that she hadn't said hi to Shafiq.
Exactly.
And then she was like, I'm innocent.
We were
and
told,
she's laughing.
We were told that in the culture that it's It's very rude, and it's pretty much something you always do is say hi to everybody, and it was almost certainly intentional and a rude intentional act.
I feel like in the US too, with a group this small and in that scenario,
you would know. You would know.
You would say
You'd
hi
be like,
to
I haven't met
everybody.
this person yet.
Yeah.
This face that I don't know.
It's hard for me because I get overwhelmed by groups of people, so I could easily walk into this and not say hi to someone and not realize I hadn't done it.
Yeah? Oh, really?
Really?
Oh! Maybe Asma and Katab end up making it work. He's wonderful.
He is wonderful.
He seems great.
He does seem
Katab,
wonderful.
we have to remember to bring Katab and Asma into our calculations here.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard shift, honestly.
To be honest, we were sitting all in the pool.
Yeah.
So he wanted to leave.
What happened?
He left. He left.
Well, at least they're telling her. Okay,
Yeah.
Shafiq is just... Did nobody tell her yet?
What kind of man would just leave without saying anything?
I mean, he broke up with you, though. Like, why would he? Is that rude,
Yeah.
then? Is it rude, though? He broke up with you. Like, you guys don't have anything left. You shouldn't even still be on the show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I felt that everybody thinks that I'm being unfair to him and that I'm the evil.
Maybe?
Dude.
She knows she's with people, right?
Dude,
That's what
yeah.
I'm seeing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, Nour, oh, man.
Which is frustrating because Mito has feelings.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Would you have left without
No, I
closure?
mean, no, I wouldn't do it, to be honest. But what he explained to me, I would never accept it.
And then now she's complaining to Shafiq about it like she's upset. But she
I
wasn't,
know.
you know? Like, she didn't care when he broke up with her.
Why? Why do you want to talk to her about Mido? It's over now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to find you a groom.
You don't need to be involved with that, Shafiq. Shafiq's being a bastard. Well, okay, so it's minor in a way, but, like, focus on your partner. Like, what is he doing?
To smile when I talk, but I wasn't flirting at all.
Okay, what you need to do is stop talking to her.
Right.
Like, you don't need to completely ice her out. Be polite in polite conversation, but you sat next to her to talk to her about Mito. Just move on.
There's no reason, given the insecurities Dunya's having already and the fact they knew each other and the flirtiness they've had, there's no reason for Nour and Shafiq to be talking to each other, in my opinion. Not right now. Like, give it some space.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like, I don't think she
like
would
talk
care
at the reunion or
6 months down the
something.
road,
Like,
right.
actually
But, like,
pay
now?
attention to your date.
Right.
When you barely know each other and you've only spent a couple of hours together, every minute you're spending with somebody else, especially somebody you had a fling with, matters way more. What did I miss?
Learn something from life. Whoever doesn't value you doesn't deserve a chance from you.
Nour just said to her, like, if somebody doesn't value you, you shouldn't value them, to Dunya,
Oh
almost
my
insinuating
God.
that she's preying on Dunya's insecurities.
Oh my
What
God.
is going on, dude? I'm so frustrated, and then every time she talks to producers, she's like smiling like villain style at like the producers. What?
And I will find my golden fish, not just any fish.
I'll forgive her if she leaves after this episode, but if I see her again while they're all partying, what is she doing on the vacation with them? It's a question.
What I don't want is for her to continue making kind of weird backhanded statements to Dunya.
Yep.
Continuing to try and talk to Shafiq when she knows it's causing problems. I feel like she's happy about causing the problem.
Because she's like, she knows that she's turning heads.
Yeah,
So,
and it
yeah.
like feeds her ego.
Yeah.
Is how it feels.
Yeah, I like what Dunya is actually very diplomatic. She said, "I hope that she finds someone that distracts her." Like basically, but like she's like, "Go find your man. It's not my man."
Come and tell me what you have to say.
I didn't intend to.
And now they're fighting about it.
And so the reality is that Shafiq didn't do anything huge, but he did do
No.
something. And him saying he didn't do anything is dismissing the reality, I think.
I think that it's the combo. I don't think Shafiq understands the type of stuff that Nour is saying to Dunya.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is
that's
like
true.
getting to her. I think if Nour was like, oh no, like he clearly loves you, like
Yeah,
don't worry
yeah,
about
that's a
it. But
totally
she's
different
not
world.
doing that. Because of course she's not.
Fine, you can talk about the weather.
Don't you get it?
And I talked about that.
She doesn't want you
She's
talking about
happy. She
relationships.
just smiled that they're over there fighting, dude.
And that could be editing, but I suspect that it's realistic, honestly, at this point.
When you talk to another guy, I get upset. When you talk to another guy, I get upset. There, I said it.
But now he's making it about her talking to another guy when it's him doing the thing. He's like, I get it when you talk to other men, it makes me upset. No, own your shit right here then, bro.
And who is she
Own
talking
your shit,
to?
Shafiq.
She's not talking to anybody.
The only reason is that he gave me bad vibes. I don't know why.
She knows that something is going on and she can't tell what it is and it's driving her crazy.
And people are being like, no, it's nothing when there's weirdness here. There's objectively weirdness here between Shafiq and Nour. She's feeling a bad vibe. It's the inkling inside that you can't fully explain that you know is real.
Yeah.
And she's experiencing it right now.
I think the hard part is I'm not sure it's fully coming from Shafiq. I feel like most of it is coming from Nour and she doesn't understand.
So then if she's
that's
talking
the problem.
to Shafiq about it, she's only getting a small bit of it. And Shafiq's like, I'm not interested in her or whatever, but like, honestly though, it is a complicated position.
It is.
If he's not feeling a certain way, but he's like, yeah, I talked to her, but then he moved on. He only talked to her for a few minutes, if that's possible. You know what I mean? Like, that's spicy.
Oh my goodness.
Spicy meatball.
Spicy meatball.
Or a spicy kebab.
Oh, spicy kebab.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, you're making me hungry. Stop it.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I'm trying to gather everything that happened today, and it was honestly a lot. Simo bailed.
Which
Mito
makes
left.
me deeply disappointed. Like, Simo, you couldn't just stay. You're entertainment gold,
I know,
Simo.
Simo, stay. I wanted to watch him and Hajar fight literally the entire season.
It was so fun. I think, too, because neither of them seemed like...
They didn't seem to like each other.
They didn't seem, like, gutted by it.
Yeah,
Do you know what
Hajar
I'm
was
saying?
like, whatever, that guy's an asshole. After he left, that's exactly the energy that I appreciated about her, that I was hoping to see more of.
Yeah, me too.
And also Simo
like
was
her
just,
a lot.
he was so interesting to watch, but, you know, he was an asshole.
They were both pushing each other constantly, which was like very interesting. I wonder if when they get back from the vacation, if they like maybe will meet up again at all, or if he's done because they didn't have any conversation at all. And Simo's a hothead, so he may have done something that then he walks back.
He also moves on quickly though. We saw him like get really invested in a few women in the pods, and then he's like no, and then he walked away and never came back.
Yeah,
I actually think he's a leave and never come back kind of guy for me.
Yeah, although but he got mad at Hajar one time before, and then he came back.
Yeah, it's true. But Hajar, I don't think is going to be interested because he did exactly what she said I don't want somebody to do.
That's true. He did.
So,
and he knew that already, and he still did it, which is messed up. Still think he's funny, though.
The Shafiq thing, the Nour thing, I am seeing some places where Nour is being instigating.
She's stirring the pot for sure. She's stirring the pot for sure.
This shit is kind of ridiculous. But I do want to see more from her and Shafiq before I really make huge judgment calls on character. Now, Shafiq has not shown up great in a few places, but... You know, Nour also isn't. There aren't really like perfect people in the situation between them. Which I think you do have like Dunya's being awesome. There's nothing wrong with her.
Well, but I mean, like yes and no, right?
Well, she's insecure.
I actually like about this season that everyone feels most of the people that aren't Safa and Muhammad seem like flawed,
questionable.
And like that's all of us, right? Like you go on a show like this and you're gonna have big feelings, and then those aren't always gonna come out in the perfect appropriate ways. Like it's just natural that that's gonna happen, and I feel like that's what's happening here. And I don't think, I mean, like Dunya getting so upset with Shafiq, he really didn't do anything wrong in that conversation with Nour, in my opinion. But I understand why Dunya was uncomfortable because we have more of the context behind like what's going on with the way that like Nour is meddling, and then you know, I think we're also worried about Shafiq, but like can't fully put my finger on 100% what
it's
he's
exactly
doing
what
wrong.
Dunya is saying. She's like, I have a bad vibe.
Yes. Yeah. So I see that, but then her fighting with him on the beach about it is hard. Like he didn't really, the conversation he had with Nour about Mito, if we're seeing the bulk of it, it wasn't really that big of a deal. Yeah. It was a nothing conversation, you know? So for her to get that upset about it, I mean, that's not great either. Yeah.
Then for me, Amour and Karma, like Amar's showing up great in every way, except he's being really controlling about her dancing.
So
and for
controlling.
Her, she's like, it's such an integral part of my life.
Yeah.
Like I hope they do not get married at this point. Or Amour is finally like, we can talk, you know, like being more flexible with it. But him being like, I get angry when people argue with me and shit. Like Karma's showing up great. And
the good thing I think about him with her, or her with him, I guess I should say, is that she isn't really an arguer. She didn't really argue with him. I mean, she didn't just say okay, which is what he's saying he wants, which is ridiculous. And I don't actually know if anyone really like is that really the relationship you want?
Yeah.
It's just like someone saying, "Oh, I don't really think that's what
Do you want a partner or a pet?"
Right,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like,
and in many ways, it does feel like he wants a partner. Like he literally said that kind thing about how calming her energy was.
And then he was saying he wants the people in his life to have like freedom to do things.
Right.
But he's making such a hard line on the dancing. I get there's cultural elements around it. A lot of people say that, but like she's a dancer in the culture and she wants to continue doing it. And I know some people are going to be sensitive about it, some people aren't. He's sensitive about it.
I wonder, part of me wonders too, like if he had an opportunity to like see her dancing and like saw how much joy it brought to her and saw that
maybe
it wasn't
he would feel
a threatening
different
thing.
Yeah.
Then maybe he would feel different. Or if he knows her for a little bit longer, but it is a slippery slope and it does worry me because that level of control is like too much in my opinion.
I do appreciate that they're all talking about it all very upfront though.
Yeah.
And also when he said, it makes me angry when people argue with me, he didn't come off super angry. Maybe a little cold at that point, but he didn't like pop off, did he?
Also, it's
I don't know.
like...
There's like difference. Like anger is an emotion.
Yeah.
You can feel it. It's what you do with it.
Yeah.
Like if you're sad and then you fucking toxic, you could be toxic around people because you're sad.
Yeah.
Sadness is a totally legitimate emotion.
Sure.
And anger is the same way. You can feel angry as long as you're not yelling at people and popping off.
And he didn't.
He did it in that moment. I mean, it's obviously a red flag, but
it's also like there's a level of understanding yourself. Like he understood himself well enough to verbalize that, which a lot of people, I mean, like, would Simo and Shafiq have gotten to that place when they were yelling at each other? No. Like he acknowledged the feeling that he was having without like allowing it to take over the way that he interacted with
They finished
Karma.
dinner and they hang out the next day and everything was great.
Right.
So like, it's...
I don't know. Part of me feels like they could work through it, even though it's weird for me because Amour is so far from what I would want personally in a relationship. But that doesn't mean that he's a bad person.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff he does say much more transparently than some of the other people say. But I would rather have somebody that I know what their red flags are because they've been transparent with me about them than somebody that you find it out later.
Snaking and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like Shafiq's jealousy, I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see that coming. And
that
he's
sucks.
very jealous. And every time she's like, yo, you're making me uncomfortable, he says, well, what about you and other men?
Yeah.
When I'm not seeing her talking to other men.
I'm not either.
So he keeps deflecting and shit. There's tons of shit around that.
Yeah. Versus Karma had the full information with Amour. She knew because Amour had already told her that he was jealous in the pods. So she was able to make a decision that made more sense for her.
I think we can agree that Muhammad and Safa are still the GOATs.
Oh, yeah.
Greatest of all time.
Oh, my God.
And
So
then,
cute, dude. So cute.
Currently, Katab and Ozma have massive marks for me. They're coming off really well. Ozma likes him. He likes her.
That one's hard for me because I just don't feel like we've seen a lot, but happy
they're saying really positive things.
Yeah, and I'm happy that she gave him a second chance.
I agree, and it seems like so far I'm really feeling good about it. So.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens next episode 6, probably tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it. I love it. Let's keep going.
And crank these through, and then we're gonna move on. Maybe we'll do all of these before we do Argentina.
Yes, we're gonna be Habibiing until we're through the reunion, and then we will start up with Argentina.
All right. Subscribe and like if you haven't yet, so you get our little notifications when our videos pop up. We're probably going to be doing them once a day or once every other day for a little while now. Appreciate y'all being here.
Yes, thank you so much, and thank you for your engagement in the comments and filling us in on various things that we're like missing. Very much appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
And then I got it knocked, and I started going.
Ridiculous.
All of those tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.